Today I'm going to be talking about a very exciting trip that I took to New York City during preseason to watch the New York Jets and the New York Giants play. Okay, so first of all, New York City, by far my favorite city on the planet. I've been to East Rutherford, New Jersey. I've been to MetLife Stadium twice before. Once for Super Bowl 48 and once for a game where the Jets and Giants played each other. But this trip, it was going to be each team. I wanted to see them each separately so I could experience the stadium from one team's perspective and then from another team's perspective. I was in row 1 of the 300 level at MetLife Stadium for the Giants game. The Giants are a more expensive team to see than the Jets, so that's why I was in the 300 level. But great views, great football, absolutely great experience.
Johnson Jr.
So also on this trip, I went to the Museum of Modern Art. I'm scrolling through my Instagram right now so I can remember exactly what I did. But I went to the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA for short, M-O-M-A. And I saw a lot of great art. I'm not a super art guy. I don't know all the artists. I don't know all the museums. But I know this one is a very famous museum. And I will go to a museum in a new city and just kind of take it in and experience it. So I took a lot of pictures. It was a lot of actually really good art that I kind of enjoyed seeing. The most famous piece I saw at the Museum of Modern Art was this guy, Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Everybody was lined up right in the middle so they could get that perfect picture of it. I didn't want to bother with that line, so I just stood to the side. I took a picture of it from the side, and I was actually closer to it than all the people lining up in the center because there was kind of like a rope kind of thing. And one of my favorite things to do is actually to take a picture of the people all standing there to get a picture of the painting. I also went to Radio City Music Hall for the Stage Door Tour, and that was pretty cool. At the time I was at Radio City Music Hall, they were setting up for, I think it was either the MTV Music Awards or the MTV Movie Awards, one of those. They were setting up for that, so we got to see like the stage and where they were putting everything, and it was a pretty good tour. Okay, so the New York Jets, I preferred going to the New York Jets game over the New York Giants game because the tickets were cheaper and they were playing the Falcons, and I got literally row 1 of the stadium. The thing about row 1 is that it's great when the ball's on that side of the field, but when it's not on your side of the field and it's way down there, you're kind of like looking like you gotta watch the video board.
You sound a little better, huh? It's that medication early in the day, I think. The doctor hours, huh? When did you start?
Yes! Okay, so the next day I was supposed to fly out, only there's bad weather. So I was supposed to fly on United Airlines out of Newark International Airport in New Jersey. I get to the airport, flight's canceled, and I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? I look at the next available flights, and there's not another available flight until the next day at like 6 p.m. So I booked that flight, and then there's no hotel comps or anything like that given out because due to bad weather, they can't control that. So you're just kind of stuck, right? So last minute, I'm looking at hotels and trying to figure out where I'm going to stay. And it looks so expensive for last minute. I mean, it was in August. It's still like summery. There's still a lot of tourism, and it was expensive to get a hotel for one night. And especially the fact that I was just going to sleep in it for a few hours, I would just said, you know what, F this, no hotel. I'm going to pull an all-nighter and just have an epic day in New York. So I stayed up and I watched, I think, a bunch of episodes of Parks and Rec on my phone. I stay in the terminal, right? So I stayed in the terminal until about 4:30, and then I leave security, leave the terminal. I go out and I catch the 5 a.m. train back to New York. That's the first train out of the airport, New Jersey Transit. So I take the train back to New York City, and I say, okay, let's do stuff where I have to keep moving so I don't fall asleep. So one thing I did do was I got breakfast at Katz Delicatessen. Katz is this New York establishment. It's a great sandwich place, and it was in the movie When Harry Met Sally, and Harry and Sally were having a conversation about whether women or not can fake it, and if a man knows or doesn't know when a woman is faking an orgasm. And then she had the fake orgasm there to prove that she could fake an orgasm, and then the old lady who was at the table by her was like, I'll have what she's having, because she just saw her have the fake orgasm. Anyway, there's a sign above that table that says, this is where Harry and Sally sat, hope you have what she had, something like that. Giant sandwich. Great meal. Okay, so then, in order to keep moving and stay awake, I went to the Manhattan Bridge. I've already walked across the Brooklyn Bridge. It's amazing. That's the one bridge I recommend. But if you've already done that and you want to walk across another bridge in New York, the Manhattan Bridge, also very beautiful, great views. So I walk it down and I walk it back, and it's great. Walking over the Manhattan Bridge, so excited. This is so cool. Look at this. Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge. Okay, so I still have time to kill before my flight. So I go to the Guggenheim Museum, and if you've seen pictures of it, it's this spiral that keeps going up and up and up, and there's art all throughout. So another thing where I would be moving constantly and looking at stuff and keeping myself awake. So I just kept walking around, seeing all the art, and getting up to the top, and then coming back down, and here's some photos. I went to Madame Tussaud's Wax Museum, and I saw so many celebrity figurines and took my picture with a ton of them. And I've never met these celebrities in real life, but I'm assuming that the wax figurines are the exact proportion and look like these celebrities, because when you see them in the magazine and you see these wax figurines, they look spot on exact. So that was a really fun experience. And they're also tiny. These celebrities are all so tiny. Either that or they make the wax figurines look a little smaller than they are in real life. The final stop before I went back to the airport, I went to Little Italy. Little Italy, I have always wanted to eat food here, so I went here. I went to Little Italy, I took a cab down, and then I went to this restaurant, and the food was so good. It was, I mean, I lived in Italy. My dad was in the Navy. We're stationed overseas. I lived in Italy. This is the first food I've had that reminded me of food in Italy. Like, it tastes exactly like it should. It was amazing. Okay, so after Little Italy, went to the airport. I was able to stay awake and get on the flight and get home, and I had a great trip. Trip was amazing. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. And yeah, New York City is my favorite city. If you haven't been there, go there. If you haven't been to MetLife Stadium, go there. See a Jets game. See a Giants game. See whatever you can see at MetLife. It's a great stadium. And anywho, I got more videos coming out soon, and I'll see you guys later. Vlog over.